Welcome to Maximising Efficiencies in Dext. Myself and Paul are on a mission to help practice across the UK get the most out of Dext to truly unlock its full potential as the premium bookkeeping solution on the market. So the first tip and trick we're going to go over in today's session is turning off the VAT extraction within Xero. So we have a few funky requests and queries around this solution. So if you have a client that isn't VAT registered and you want to turn off the VAT extraction within Dext, we're going to go over just that. So I'm going to jump in and share my screen.
Perfect. Thank you, Max. While he's going into that, there may also be the other use case where your client is actually operating under the flat rate scheme. And as we all know, where you operate under the flat rate scheme, which is there to keep everything as simple and straightforward as possible for VAT compliance, we want to make sure that the input tax is not recovered. Now, there are some use cases to that, and we will in future videos show you how you can use the advanced search to actually pick up those transactions, purchase of capital goods, where the amount of the purchase, including VAT, is more than £2,000. But we'll cover that in a future video. And with that, I'll just hand back to Max.
Perfect. So when I was in practice, I saw a lot of people do this as well. And people go, I mentioned before, funky ways around turning the VAT extraction off in Dext Prepare. So what a lot of people do is they come into this section here, into the integration section, and they think this is where the complete tax extraction settings are handled. And I've seen people go from here and go allow Xero or QuickBooks to calculate the VAT settings. They then go into their desktop, they go into their cloud-based solution, and they go and turn off the tax rates within their nominal code so that Xero will turn off any VAT or tax that's been extracted from them invoices. But there is an easier way than doing that and trying to get a workaround to do so. So if you are in Dext Prepare, what you can see is if I go down here to the bottom and let me have a look, I go to Profile there and Account Details, you'll see this Extract Tax button there. So what we can do is we can turn that off, and that will stop extracting tax from invoices going forward. So really useful feature, really easy. One thing to always remember is that on that connection setting, we need to make sure that we're always allowing Dext Prepare to decide the tax rate. Otherwise, if you allow Xero or QuickBooks to decide, it's going to take the VAT rate directly from that nominal there. Perfect.
Which is something I have experienced in the past in my early days of first using Dext and Xero. It's absolutely critical to make sure that that tax setting is correct. Now, I know you mentioned one other use case, Max, where the business is not VAT registered and subsequently moves to being VAT registered. Is there anything we can cover on that, or is that for something at a later date?
Definitely. So I think it's probably for our next video, but there is a solution that when a business does become VAT registered and they want to claim back the sort of pre-VAT registration expenses up to 6 months, and we can do some cool things around getting that information directly from Prepare, extracting which invoices over the last 6 months had VAT on, and then inputting that information directly into whether that's QuickBooks Sage or Xero, and doing that sort of within a matter of minutes as opposed to a matter of hours. So stay tuned for that next one, and definitely keep an eye out for the next maximising efficiencies with Dext Prepare.